Deep in the heart of the forest, where sunlight filtered emerald bright through the leaves, the Smurfs' village pulsed with life. Blue-fingered hands busied themselves mending mushroom-shaped roofs and damming little streams for their gardens. On this particularly brilliant morning, Papa Smurf himself was tending to his potions, brow furrowed in concern over a worrying letter delivered by butterfly courier. Most mornings were peaceful, save, of course, for the constant specter of that ever-meddlesome, ever-bumbling wizard, Gargamel. But on this morning, the air was teasingly still, as though the forest itself anticipated something unusual. The sound of running feet on the soft forest loam startled even the birds. Hefty Smurf and Brainy Smurf broke from their tasks and looked up, squinting at the sight. Smurfette dashing breathlessly into the village, her blonde hair streaming behind her. Papa Smurf. Everyone, come quickly, she gasped, waving for attention. Within moments, the main square rippled with curious Smurfs. Smurfette's urgent voice caught in her throat as she pointed toward the fringes of the woods. Strange visitors, at the border path, she managed. Not just humans, she added, but they looked a little like Gargamel. A stunned hush gripped the group. Gargamel's face alone was enough to curdle even Jokey's merry laughter, but the mention of others like him? It bristled the whole tribe with unease, curiosity, and, for a few, like grouchy Smurf, a hint of excited dread. Papa Smurf gathered his wisdom about him, careful not to let the worry show in his eyes. Let's have a look, my little Smurfs. But remember, caution and kindness, always. They made their way, Papa Smurf, Smurfette, Brainy, Hefty, and a few others, through a twisted corridor of ferns and daisies, drawing close to the old beech tree at the clearing's edge. There, half hidden in the dappled shadow, stood two figures, both tall, gangly, alarmingly familiar, and yet distinctly not Gargamel himself. Their clothes hung loosely, patched and worn. One wore thick, round spectacles, adjusting them nervously. The other sported a wild mop of hair, eyes full of wary calculation. At the first glimpse of blue, both figures jumped back, their arms raised in trembling hesitation. Don't run, called Papa Smurf with his most diplomatic calm. You are visitors here, and we welcome all, if peace is your purpose. The taller of the two, a man with an anxious expression and ink-stained fingers, stepped forward cautiously, his voice wavering. We mean no trouble, sir. We are tenants, well, used to be, of that infamous Gargamel. I'm Cornelius. This is my cousin, Felby. We've left him. For good, we swear it. A ripple of disbelief moved through the Smurfs. Left Gargamel? Why? Brainy Smurf demanded, arms crossed in suspicion. The other nephew, Felby, spoke up, a trace of bitterness in his voice. We were set to be the apprentices, follow in his footsteps, and step in his shoes. Clunky shoes, by the way. It's terrible, the life of an underwizard. Always fetching ingredients, cleaning cauldrons, you never get to invent anything for yourself. Besides, Gargamel's spells never work.